Yesterday, I told you that the stars that I use on my uniform was made by my mom. Growing up, I remember they said there was two kind of cassava. One that you could just peel, cook, and it was ready to eat. The next one they said was poisonous, so you have to prepare it carefully. And that's the one my mom used to make the starch. How she would do it was she would grate that cassava and then she would get a piece of cloth. I remember that piece of cloth came from an old flour bag. Back then, flour came in a cloth bag, and that cloth was very strong. So my mom would get a clean piece and she would put that grated cassava, and that's how she would squeeze the juice out. And then she would leave the juice overnight, and in the morning that would form a sediment in the bottom of the bucket. She would pour whatever water that settles on top, she would pour that off, break up the sediment, put it out to dry, and that's what we would use as starch. When we were ready, depending on how much starch you wanted, you would put a couple pieces in a container, pour some hot water in there, and then you would continuously mix it so as to not have lump in there. And once that was done, then you would get your uniform, dipped it in really quick, and make sure it wasn't soaking wet, and then you were ready to iron. The leftover cassava didn't get tossed. My mom would add salt to it, fluff it with her hand, and then she would bake it, and that's what we call bami, and that's what we would have sometime in the morning for breakfast or even at lunch. Looking back, I realized how resourceful my parents were. Did your family ever make starch this way? I would love to hear about it. Leave me a comment. I know that your story isn't over. This is not my ending.